Yo guys, this is like a different video than what I usually do, but I just figured that today I will go ahead and show you guys my 240 daily driver. I got this 89 Nissan 240sx stick shift, you know what I'm saying, daily driver. It's not a show car, it's not a drift car, it's literally just like a beater A to B car, you know what I'm saying. That said, let's go ahead and check out the car. Alright, she started. Let's see how she drives. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, so here I am out here with the 240. I just took it up to like an old corporation building. Kind of chilling, it's a nice day, sun's out. I want to kind of like share the 240 a little bit. Talk about it, what it's like to have as a daily driver. It's not a car that is meant as a show car right now, currently, or like a drift car at all. It's just like a daily driver that was like an old, you know, these are old cars, the 89. It just happens to be a sick car, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna get into some of the details, but I'm gonna switch up my camera, my lens, and my battery, because that's about to die. You guys don't know this, but I had to drive all the way home, get my battery pulled out of the camera that was apparently bloated. Like, have you guys ever had like a bloated camera battery? What is that, dude? Anyway, got my battery, I'm set up. Okay, so what's like to drive this daily driver? You know, not fit for show, not fit for drift, nothing. This is literally what we're kind of talking about. It's basically a stock 240, 1989 240sx. It's far as I know, it's just the American version, right? It's nothing special, except the motor was imported from Japan. And I think the motor that was imported had around 50,000 miles, which most of those motors do, right? So it does have the new motor on it. The speedometer says something like, I don't know, over 200,000. Let me double check, actually. Yeah, so speedometer says over 231,000 miles. But, you know, the motor's obviously newer than that. It does have a leak. The motor has a strip nut, strip socket in the top, and so it does leak oil. It does lose pressure because of that, and so it doesn't have the power that it would have, which, you know, stock it's not like it's that much power, but you know, it burns the oil because of that, and so, you know, just got to put oil in every once in a while. Anyway, some other things, quirks about it, you know, the lights, they don't go up and down when you turn the lights on and off, so they're just up, right? Which is fine. Like, I think that looks cool, keeping them up. It would be nice to be able to, like, you know, flash people like up and down. That'd be cool, but it doesn't. The bumper, as you can tell, is banged up. It was in an accident. It rear-ended somebody or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. But that caused the bumper to be all damaged, and the original owners tried to salvage it the best they could, because they liked the pig nose. But that said, anyways, it does drive. It has problems starting sometimes. It was on fire before I got it. I mean, the car's had a lot of problems, hiccups here and there, but, you know, it's like the little engine that could. I mean, it just keeps going. We keep doing what we can to keep it running. It has a power steering leak. It'll like smoke. I'll be like out in the, you know, the road, and if you just refilled the power steering, you just see it constantly smoking, which I'm sure it turns a lot of heads, but it's just the burning of the power steering fluid. So I just got to fill that up every once in a while. It's had problems starting, like I said. Sometimes it's gas, sometimes it seems to be power. You might have a grounding issue. The fuel pump was replaced because, as I said, of the fire. That was part of the issue. Was the fuel line, the fuel pump. But they got that fixed, and you know, it's running. So it's got relatively new tires on it. You know, the brakes work fine. The handling is fine once the power steering is good. And you can tell it's a little boaty coming around turns every once in a while. It's not as sporty as something, you know, that was fixed up on some better springs and struts and things like that. It's a stick shift, so yeah, it's still fun to drive. I mean, it's a rear wheel stick shift, small little car that definitely has all the DNA of the drift cars, and so it's definitely fun, and it's sporty to drive. He has like a little exhaust tip on the back that I think kind of ruins some of the sound, but it does have I'm pretty sure like a long 3-inch straight pipe on the back, and so it has, you know, has a little bit of a sound to it, a throttle gargle. What else? It's got the moonroof, sunroof type thing that just latches up and down, but the latch broke like a month after I got it. And then we hit a heavy rain season, unfortunately, so I had to duct tape the top. You know, it kept the water out best it could. But definitely I keep a raincoat on my seat that I drive in because I'll get to work and my butt will just be soaking wet, right? So it's got that going. It's got a little mildew inside, you know what I'm saying? It's got some trash. You know, it's dirty. The guy who owned it before smoked. He got like ash all over. And he had that carpet that he put on the dash, which was, I guess, cracking. And so it's nasty. I mean, the guy who owned it was not clean at all. He didn't do a lot of cleaning at all, ever. Like I said, a lot of work that he did was patch job work. It was really just like budget. I want to change this kind of stuff. spray painted the hood with like a really terrible nozzle, you can tell. He has like a door latch on the hood because the hood after the accident propped up. They bent it back pretty well, but it still has an issue. So yeah, cosmetically the thing, you know, it looks like any drift car really. Unfortunately, it doesn't have all the like perks of like a, you know, of like a good suspension and tight handling and things like that, like you might have. But I get it. It's a 240. I mean, it's fun to drive. I mean, it's a classic car. You know, it's like it has this cult following, and I enjoy driving it just as it is. You know, I've never had a lot of money and any way to afford something super nice. So anyway, I'm kind of used to having junky cars. You know, I get looks, I get people going, nice car, love the 240, this and that. Even though it's just a junker. I mean, it literally looks like a junker. It seems like a beater car, but it's still just. It has that iconic fan base. I mean, it has that iconic history and nature to it. So it still is what it is. So yeah, I mean, I think the guy that bought it originally was like. It was like $3,500 or something. It was like $3,800. This is maybe like 10 years ago, maybe a little longer. But, you know, as popular as 240s were back then in terms of like you know, the drifting and everything was, now it's even larger. I think now like a lot of Zoomers and TikTok has blown it up. It's really become almost mainstream, and I see a lot of kids looking at the car and 240 and things like that. So nowadays it's probably worth a lot more than he bought it for because of that fact. The fact that it drives, the fact that it does, you know, as far as I know, it doesn't have any rust or anything like that. But it just would need to be like, if you wanted to actually turn this into a drift car, it would need a lot of work. I know I'm out here, and like the freeway is, I don't know how far away it is, but it's still, I know the mic's picking it up big time. So anyway, yeah, that's it for my 240, man. I hope you guys like the video. Let me know below if you think there's anything I can do to like spruce it up cheap and easy, you know. I'm trying to keep it alive. I'm trying to have fun with it, enjoy it. Like I said, I mean, I enjoy having it for what it is. I need to fix the roof. I need to fix the leaks. The interior, man, I would love to get some new seats for it, and redo the front and the paint job for sure. It has like a cheesy tent, like a stick-on tent, so maybe replace that. Probably kind of take out the back, maybe like take out the rear seats and everything. And then, you know, suspension would be like the first like really heavy-duty, expensive thing to ever do outside of any motor or power stuff. So, thank you guys for watching. You know, I don't know, man. Look around. You might be able to find something just like this, little cheap, something that people don't know is a 240. They don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? They're selling it, and you might be able to get lucky on that. Kind of like I am here. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll check in the next video. Peace. Thanks, man. It's fine. I'm saying it is what it is.